From a massive tornado in rural North Dakota to an overzealous umpire in the College World Series. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant joins us now with stories from across America. Courtney?
Yeah, hey Tom, we will start in California where a driverless car was attacked. It happened in Santa Monica. 2 passengers in a Waymo car were shot last night. A statement from the company says the shooting happened just before midnight, while the car was stopped at an intersection. Both of the victims suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Multiple bullet casings were found next to the car, and a passenger window showed 3 gunshot holes. A massive tornado ripped through North Dakota over the weekend. This is video of the funnel cloud in Enderlin, about 40 miles southwest of Fargo. The National Weather Service says the tornado was at least an EF3. The local sheriff's office says the storm is to blame for the deaths of 2 men and a woman. Leaders also say the area could be without power for days. It is not a bird or a plane, but this mysterious balloon has been fascinating people all morning in Wisconsin. At first, people thought it was a weather balloon, but the National Weather Service said they had nothing to do with it. But mystery solved. The balloon belongs to an aerospace defense company. It's used for communications and data relays.
From a man with no clothes breaking into a van to getting chickens delivered while out on the water. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant joins us now with stories from across America. Courtney?
Yeah, we'll get to that, Tom, but we'll start in Missouri, where an unlucky driver learned the impact of extreme weather. Caught on camera in southern Missouri, a street buckled from extreme heat right before a car drove over it and went airborne. Take a look at that big air. Officials say the road rose more than 1.5 feet in only a matter of seconds. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
What's going on?
Can you guys help me out?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do that. What are you doing out here?
Did we just have a conversation?
I did not. It's the first time I met you.
My goodness, deputies say they were searching a burglarized van when a naked man came out of a barn nearby. He admitted to breaking into the van and trespassing. He was arrested and is facing multiple charges. A scary sight caught on a doorbell camera. This video showing a deadly EF3 tornado as it struck Enderlin, North Dakota Friday night. The tornado was part of a larger storm system that brought winds of more than 100 miles per hour across North Dakota and western Minnesota. The National Weather Service says this was the first storm rated as an EF3 or higher in the area in 15 years. Boaters and beachgoers in Destin, Florida have a unique way of ordering delivery. The local Chick-fil-A there offers delivery by boat. The delivery boat has made waves on social media, with several tourists posting about how they were able to get a chicken sandwich delivered to them while out on the water. I mean, we all know about the good hospitality that Chick-fil-A is known for.
How about that?
That's taking it to the next level.
A nice cold Arnold Palmer, I hope, too.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a welcome sight.
Sounds good on a day like today.
Courtney, thanks.
Yeah.
Helicopter crashes while trying to land, a UPS driver beating the heat, and a dog goes viral for doing their best to stay awake. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant is here with stories from across America. Hello.
Yeah, hey Eric. We will start in California, where police officers rescued a baby who was left alone in a hot car. It happened last week in the city of Corona near LA. Police say the baby was in distress and they had to break a window to get him out. Once he was safe, officers found the car to be about 110 degrees at the time. No word yet if the child's parent will face any charges. In Michigan, a helicopter crashed as it tried to land at a waterfront restaurant. Instead of landing, though, it flipped over and crashed into the ground. A cloud of dust and debris shot into the air as bystanders screamed and yelled. We don't know how many people were on board or the cause of the crash, but thankfully no one was hurt. Here's one way to beat this heat. A UPS driver surprised a group of Pennsylvania teens when he took them up on their invitation to join them on a slip and slide. The video shows the 5 boys running at full speed, and the UPS driver goes right along with them. Looks like they had a great time. And then the UPS driver just grabbed his boots and got right back to work. All right, how about this? A camera caught an adorable little puppy just struggling to keep his eyes open. It was during a long road trip. You can see he's trying so hard to stay awake, be a good boy, but he's fading fast. You can't do it.
Can't do it.
It's something about the car, the moving,
about the car.
it just rocks you to sleep. I can relate though, can't you?
That was me at my desk. After I had some kava for lunch, I was starting to drift off.
Out.
Yeah, I know. But it's okay. All right, Courtney, thank you so much. We're back at mobile homes get flipped over during a tornado. A forklift is recovered from rolling off of a dock, and police are searching for a suspect that looks like Scooby-Doo. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant has those stories from across America. Courtney.
Yeah, hey Eric, we'll start in Florida where new video shows the moment mobile homes flipped during a tornado. Take a look. Wow, the whole thing caught on camera from a neighbor. You can see the debris flying through the air, then the roof getting ripped off a neighbor's home. A neighbor says a woman was inside at the time with her cat. Amazingly, they survived without any injuries. It wasn't the usual water rescue for the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office yesterday. The sheriff's dive team and marine enforcement were diving in Tampa Bay to recover a forklift. It accidentally rolled off the dock at the port of Tampa Bay and sank 40 feet. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Thanks to some teamwork, the machine is now back on dry land. Scooby-Doo, where are you? In Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Police there say they're looking for a suspect who committed a robbery wearing a Scooby suit and a green ski mask. Quite the ensemble. We're told the suspect broke into a convenience store early in the morning, and police say he got away with cash and coins. All we needed was for police to rip off that mask at the end for a big reveal.
Yeah, I don't know why he brought Scooby-Doo into his shenanigans.
I know.
All right, Courtney, thanks so much.
And the perfect segue, because weather is the theme of this evening's Across America. We've got a water spout in Mississippi, a tornado in Minnesota, and a real downpour in Tampa, Florida. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant joins us now with all the details.
Yeah, hey Russ, lots of weather to talk about. We'll start with that water spout you mentioned in Mississippi. It was seen off the coast of Ship Island today, which is just south of Biloxi. It was shot all the way from the town of Ocean Springs, roughly 10 miles away. So it just sums up how big that was. In Minnesota, the National Weather Service reported a tornado in the southern part of the state this morning. It was seen near the town of Twin Lakes, almost at the border with Iowa. The NWS issued a tornado warning in the area earlier that day as well. And severe storms tore through the Tampa area this week, prompting the National Weather Service to send survey teams to that area. They'll look at the storm damage to find out if it produced a tornado in the town of Largo, just west of Tampa. And the storms haven't let up either. More are on the way through the end of the week. Also, check this out. A father and son rescued after their jet ski broke down in alligator-infested waters. It happened in the Tampa area, just northeast of the city. The pair says they saw several alligators nearby when they were stranded in the middle of the lake. Yikes. Thankfully, the county sheriff's department came out very quickly and brought them back to shore. I'm sure they were so relieved to see someone coming to rescue them.
Not a lot of room to hide on a wave runner.
Oh my gosh, scary.
Just thinking about it. All right, Courtney, thanks so much.